In Chapter 4, we are now going to work together through the accounting cycle. We're going to do a demonstration. We're going to use Lopez Delivery Service as our entity that we are going to do the accounting for. Now, keep in mind, the first step, as we went through in Chapter 2, was to identify and analyze business transactions. Not all events in a business are transactions. Then, Step 2, we look at how we record business transaction in the general journal. This is the book of original entry. And we record the debit first and indent and record the credit second. And every journal entry, the debits and credits should be equal. In Step 3, then, we post those journal entries to the ledger. And then we test our records by summarizing the ledger to ensure that the debit balance accounts equal the credit balance accounts. And then we did all of that in Chapter 3. We also demonstrated the way the accountant uses the worksheet in Chapter 3. Step 6, then, we record the adjusting entries, and then we take an adjusted trial balance, and from the adjusted trial balance, we can then proceed to prepare an income statement, statement of retained earnings, and a balance sheet. Finally, we are going to close the books, and once we close the books, the temporary accounts are closed to the retained earnings, and what we are left with are the asset, liability, and equity accounts. To begin with, then, the comprehensive review problem, Lopez Delivery Service. Here is their chart of accounts. Now, every business has a different chart of accounts, but generally speaking, account numbers 100 are reserved for asset accounts. 200 to 300 are account numbers reserved for liability accounts. 300 to 400 are equity accounts. 400 are revenue accounts. 500 expense accounts. And lastly, we use the income summary to close the books. So for Lopez, then, here we begin June 1st. At the end of May 31st, these are the accounts with their balances that are in the post-closing trial balance. And you'll notice there are only asset accounts, liability account, one liability account, and two equity accounts. And so from here, we are now going to journalize the following journal entries through June, from June 1st to June 30th, and we will do that in the next video. And later on, we will do the adjusting entries. So in the next video, we will perform the journal entry.